Promoter called me and wanted me to do a show and said he'd pay me. It just floored me. We said, this is neat. We want to do more of this.
And so it is that people now clap and cheer and scream for Bigfoot the monster truck, an oversized, overblown pickup that began simply as Bob Chandler's hobby and now has become his life. Actually, there are a total of 8 different Bigfoot trucks, and all of these monsters, if you will, are caged and kept at Chandler's repair shop in St. Louis, Missouri. Here, a staff of some 50 people work long hours to keep the Bigfoot family of trucks on the road and in good health. Every Monday morning, the sparks fly as expert mechanics repair the Bigfoot trucks returning from weekend shows held all over the country. On a typical weekend, Chandler will have 5 of his trucks performing in 5 different cities, sometimes more. Bigfoot's business is such that Chandler's wife, Marilyn, helps to oversee a front office staff utilizing computers and graphs, keeping track of the many appearances and many promotions. And if these computers were spitting out dollars, they would show you that Bigfoot is a hobby turned into a gold mine.
My wife and I were, in fact, the other night, we were at home in our pool, sitting in the pool and thinking, you know, we wouldn't have had any of this if it wasn't for a truck. I said, how can a truck, you know, do this much for, you know, for you? And this comes back to my old cliche, and where else but in America, you know, and it's neat. I love it.
Of course, the public loves Bigfoot too, and fans everywhere are tuning in to such items as Bigfoot radios, shirts and jackets and T-shirts and pictures and dozens of other items bearing the Bigfoot emblem and logo. Most of all, though, fans love to watch Bigfoot in action.
And it's so neat to get out there in front of a crowd and see their reaction, see the kids' reaction mainly. That's what really turns me on. We work here a lot of hours. We work through the night quite often. We turn around and look at each other and say, what are we doing this for? And you get out, excuse me, and you get out and do a show, and the kids come up to the truck before and after the show, and it's like an idol to them, and that makes it worthwhile.
It is the kids who are awed by and idolize this super truck. At appearances and shows like this one in Anaheim, California, for instance, they flock around Bigfoot as if the truck were a celebrity, a bigger-than-life movie star. Of course, Bigfoot actually is. He's appeared in 3 movies and several commercials, and all of that has helped to fuel the mania for this bigger-than-life Ford performing bigger-than-life feats.
Bigfoot is almost like a person in itself. It's the monster truck. It's got its own personality. Just watching it out on the field.
Will you always be a fan of Bigfoot?
Always.
In his own way, Bigfoot has actually started a monstrous industry. Chandler's Bigfoot was the first of the monster trucks, but today there are said to be more than 300 of these oversized beasts roaming the country. Monster trucks come in all shapes and all sizes, but none have attained the success, the acclaim of the man who started it all and his truck that's known everywhere.
Well, Bigfoot was the first original monster truck. Big tires that crush cars, and that is basically why Bigfoot is #1, because he was the first one that ever did it.
As far as consistency and just his professional attitude, he's #1. He always will be, I believe.
Their trucks, absolutely the finest. The quality they handle, perform, that truck is #1. Very hard to beat.
Bigfoot is just flying, but the bandit right there beside him is going to be a finish. Photo finish. Bigfoot takes it. The race of the year right this minute as Bigfoot takes on Samson, and it's all Bigfoot tonight. Bigfoot, they're side by side. They're side by side. It's a shootout. It's a shootout. It's Bigfoot at the finish. It's Bigfoot at the finish.
I think a lot of people expect